Alrighty, hello and welcome to Baldwin Woodville High School for Blackhawk TV's presentation of BW hosting Altoona. The Blackhawks and Railroaders meeting for the second time this season. The home conference finale for the BW boys, senior night tonight, and we are excited for it. My name's Jordan Lehman, joined by our famous cameraman Zach Ambrose and former coach Jeremy Nygaard. How you doing, Nygaard?
Good to be back and watch these guys play. It's been a while, obviously. We coached this group of seniors, both in basketball and you in football, and was my last middle school coaching group as seventh graders. So it's nice to see. It's been awesome to watch them grow up. Four of them that have become very, very big parts of this team, and to have the success that they've had this year, and this their last home regular season game.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. Talking to Keegan and Cam, Sam, Caleb before about 5 o'clock this afternoon after running weight room and just, reminiscing a little bit, chopping it up, but they're excited. I told them to have fun, enjoy it, and I'm sure they will. BW this season at 17-4, they've enjoyed a lot of success, unprecedented in the last handful of seasons, and one of Coach Benoit's better records he's had overall. What are some things that stuck out to you as you've seen this team kind of develop over the last 3 months?
I think you and I talked at the beginning of the year, and the question was who was going to score.
Yep.
And I told you, I said I'm not overly concerned that it's going to have to be one guy. What I have been impressed by is, we've seen Keegan hang 20. We've seen now last week Eli 28. Mason Werner has been phenomenal on the perimeter. Cam has really stepped up his game on the perimeter. Colin just continues to do Colin things. Like, it's what I expected as far as getting a very balanced attack.
Right.
But they've all played really, really well and played well together. And you lose Dylan from last year and a couple other seniors that got small minutes, but you fill in with guys that have skills that really complement each other well.
Right.
And I think that's why when you look at the win-loss record, I think that's really what you can chalk it up to. You got guys, a lot of guys that fill a role, but the collection of that whole is greater than them individually, and that's why this team has done so well together. Won big games, not really been out of games, because it doesn't have to be number 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 6, 7, or 8 that get it done for you on any given night.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the flip side for Altoona, coming off of back-to-back seasons of some success that they hadn't seen in a while. Your nephew Braden Turk being a part of that, being Conference Player of the Year as a senior, and then Keyshawn the year before, who suffered an injury, wasn't able to play as a senior, but was a part of two very potent Altoona teams now this year, kind of in the rebuilding phase, and having some returning talent in Peterson, but a lot of, I mean, you can speak from experience taking over in your first year from a program that was definitely in the rebuilding phase. It's tough. It can be tough to keep kids positive, but what are some messages you assume are being spread throughout the Altoona program?
Well, yeah, Peterson started last year. Salisbury started last year, but the three that left, and they also, we talked about the graduation. They also had a couple kids just move out of the district. I think they moved to like Brookfield, and so there's a lot of returning minutes that were just gone, and that's really, when we had to do that, we focused on competing, right? Competing with each other every day, and competing, within yourself, and not letting the scoreboard, dictate the emotion. And I think that's something that, it's hard because if losses start to pile up, especially if you're not used to them, you want to shut it down. And what Altoona's done is they really play a difficult schedule. Their non-conference schedule is unlike anybody in the conference because they're going east and they're going to bigger schools. I think Mosinee hung 90 on them in a game that wasn't close. Um, and so it's really just focus on today, one day at a time, and then when they get in their region, hopefully they'll have an opportunity to make some noise, and they're going to get pushed south out of the rest of the conference, um, and they do have some good players. So I think, we saw their JV. There's the ability to, it's not that it's a dark future or an empty cupboard,
Right.
but just stay focused on the positive, stay focused on now, keep getting better every day, and maybe upset a team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the message that you got to send. Right now, we're going to have senior night, kind of coronation for the 4 BW seniors.
Tonight we honor and celebrate the 4 seniors on this season's team. All of these young men have been 4-year members of the high school basketball team and have been involved in the Blackhawk basketball program since their elementary school days. We thank them for their many contributions to our basketball program and for the class and commitment they have demonstrated as student athletes here at Baldwin Windmill. Your 2022 seniors are Sam Hush, son of Gray and Tara Hush. Caleb Walker, son of Randy and Jen Walker. Ethan Oxley, son of Darren and Tim Oxley. Cam Thompson, son of Terry and Laura Thompson.
Thank you, Don. When the boys basketball coaching position opened up a couple of years ago, one of the main reasons that I was interested in coaching again was due to the 4 young men that we're recognizing tonight. When the Fab Four were in 5th grade and beginning their track and basketball experience, my brother John and I had the privilege of coaching them. Over the course of the next 4 years, we spent many Saturdays together competing in the Great Northwest Basketball League. That time allowed us to get to know these young men and their families quite well. Words cannot express how fortunate I feel to have built such great relationships with these guys and their parents. Not only have these four been catalysts for our basketball program's resurgence, they are exactly the type of people that we want representing our school and our community. They are terrific students, leaders, and teammates, and we are very lucky to have them in the Blackhawks. Please join me in a round of applause to express our thanks to these young men and their parents.
All right, so we've got something for Scott too, Coach Miller. All right, so it's been a lot
All right. Introductions and the national anthem complete. We have middle border basketball for you. Starting for the Hawks, at the tip, 23 is senior Keegan Opsey. Number 3, at the bottom of your screen, Caleb Locker. He's a senior. Number 10, Sam Hush, senior. 34, Eli Coonan's a junior. And then number 5, the everyday point guard, Cam Thompson, senior. For the Altoona Rails, number 5 is Keaton Camistrell. He's a sophomore. Number 20, Evan Peterson. He's a senior. Number 11, Connor Lewis, a junior. Number 12, CJ Barshow is a junior. And finally, Andy Schmidt, number 2, is a senior. First possession for BW, no points. Keegan Opsey going for the steal, unable to keep it in bounds. About 4 miles away from us tonight, another big matchup in the middle border. St. Croix Central takes on Prescott at home at St. Croix Central High School. A game that fans of Baldwin Woodville basketball are going to have their eye on the result, as with a loss there, Prescott would fall to a tie for first with BW and give the Hawks a chance to contend for co-champs of the conference. Still scoreless, a minute in.
Has that Central game started yet?
Yes. Cam Thompson for 3. He's been hot from the perimeter the latter half of the season. 3-0 BW. In the early going, Prescott 6, St. Croix Central 5. Altoona 7-15 on the year, 4-8 in conference. Top of the key three, rather no good for the sophomore Camistrell.
Yeah, and what I've seen from Altoona, Evan Peterson is kind of the guy that's going to have to make it go. Good from the perimeter, long. Draws the assignment of Keegan Opsey, who is our best defender.
Right wing 3 long for Locker, but a nice save by senior Sam Hush. Coonan with good position down low. He'll finish with his left. 5-0 BW.
And Eli coming off the best game of his life.
28-12 in Barron. And optics-wise, does not look like Altoona has an athlete that's going to be able to size up with Eli, so expect more of him in the post.
I think their Hawks will play inside out. The Wheeler kid that played some JV is on the varsity bench, and I think he's. I mean, obviously we didn't see him again up next to Eli, but he seemed like the biggest option that they had in warm-ups. Some sort of food on the floor that the official pretended to eat.
Yeah, got rid of it nonetheless. So 5-0 Hawks.
Got Marston Salisbury checking in. Salisbury started for the Rails last year in their run to the sectionals.
3 minutes into this first half, 18-minute halves. High school hoops in Wisconsin. Opsey still playing tough D on the leading scorer for Altoona Peterson. He averages about 18 a game. Top of the key 3, good. Altoona on the board.
Yeah, that allows them to put the full court pressure on.
Sam Hush coast to coast, finishes with his left. He gets a pass and uses his turbo that he used quite a bit this fall on the football field to get to the rack.
The percentage of field goals that Sam Hush makes that are breakaway layups is crazy.
Correct.
Like, you know, some guys get one every few games. Sam Hush seems to have one within the first handful of minutes in every game he plays.
Right.
speed, anticipation.
Yeah, he's a player that worked his way through the ranks of high school basketball.
That's an and one.
And one off a shocker. Cam Thompson's going to go to the free throw line. And one's here at Blackhawk TV, brought to you by Packman's Concrete. You can reach Nick Pack at 612-804-5222 for all your concrete needs, or at packmansconcrete@gmail.com. 6.5 minutes into the action in Hammond. St. Croix Central 13, Prescott 8. Right wing three, good. Rattles in for the sophomore Camistral. You might have mentioned it, number 3, Marston Salisbury Sr. in for the Railroaders. Hawks sticking with their starters, 4 seniors and the junior Coonan.
Tonight's action in the middle border, and I don't think there's anybody that plays tomorrow, but anybody that plays tomorrow, those will be the last games that count towards all the information that will be compiled to produce the playoff brackets on Sunday afternoon.
Coonan shoulders in using his strength and size. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. First one good for Coonan. Prescott's lone loss in conference this season, coming to the Blackhawks in Prescott probably about a month ago now. Second free throw will fall in off back iron for Coonan. 11-6, 5 the advantage now for BW. Peterson all alone under the basket. 2 more for the Railroaders. They're down 3. Full court pressure provided by Salisbury. That 3 long for Thompson. Nobody at the scores tables yet for the Hawks as we approach. Oh, that's an easy one for Offsey. He's going to rise up for 2. 13-8.
Now, rumor has it he did dunk there, and I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. Now we're going to get some activity here from the bench.
Werner and Fritz, 2 athletes that have started a handful of games this season.
They're going to get Keegan for a foul. He's trying to deny Peterson the ball, and Salisbury kind of gets in the way and runs him over.
So after all that, sophomore number 1 Colin Fritz and junior number 2 Mason Werner in the game. 4 seniors, Locker and Hush. A lineup for the Hawks that we've seen walk out to start the games many times this season.
Yeah, the lone guy left that plays a lot of minutes is Sean Manzomer, another junior.
Salisbury trapped at the elbow. Offsey nearly takes that one away as it gets to Peterson. Tough move in the lane there by Lewis. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. So some ball screen action in the early going for Altoona. I don't know how much you can recollect from the last couple seasons, what you've seen, what you saw them do.
Well, they're a team that's always liked to play with pace. Obviously I think teams like to do that when they feel better about the quality of players that they have. A lot of what they did before is a lot of actions in the corner to get people coming out, with the ability to use a screen and then get to the rack.
one of those two good, so the Railroaders hanging in there. We're over 6 minutes into it. 13-9 Hawks up 4. Coonan working hard in the post. They're going to dig in there quickly, but he'll use a power dribble to his left and a left-handed finish. 2 more for the big man.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that tonight, next Thursday, the following Friday. Salisbury with a good move.
Tough take to the lane for the senior. He's going to shoot 2. .8:40 left in the first half in Hammond. 20-14 Panthers in the lead. Salisbury good on the first, good on the second. Rails within 4 here.
Yeah, people looked at the result from the earlier game and have looked at how Altoona's done and just assumed this was going to be like a lot of other games. I mean, it's definitely a game that the Blackhawks should win, but not going to be a walk in the park.
Salisbury right wing 3, good. Rattles in. Rails within 1.
Yeah, Salisbury and Peterson, plenty of experience playing in big games. As far as other guys, I don't know that anybody else were more than just maybe a bit player on last year's team.
Coonan gets it knocked away. He gets it to Werner. Weak side help there by Camister. I'll take that one away from the Blackhawks. Nice sophomore player is number 5 in the early going. Guarded by sophomore Fritz, one of the better defenders, one of the under-the-radar defenders in the conference. Peterson, left wing 3, no good. Fritzy always finds a way to get his hand on the ball. He's going to take number 5 to the rack. Finish with his right on the left-hand side. Fritzy will do it all himself. Peterson, quick trigger, in and out. Werner, left wing 3, wide open, just long.
That's been his sweet spot this year, too.
Right on target. Too strong for the junior.
Oh. Eli's going to get to the block. It's a little wide there. So just looking at Altoona's roster from last year, graduated Turk with his almost 19 a game. Evan Moss graduated 14 a game. Keyshawn didn't play last year, graduated. Evan Peterson returns 13 a game. Salisbury 7 a game. Blent Sabini gone 6 a game. Reesberg gone 4 a game. Gianni 3 a game, gone. Andy Schmidt, who started tonight, 1 a game. 10 points on the year. Connor Lewis 8 points on the year. So I mean, it's Varsho played 2 games. It's 2 guys and a whole bunch of guys that were JV players. This year, though, I mean, one of Coach Benoit's speeches that I remember most was in Amory. In my junior year, we played a lot of sophomores, and he, after about game number 9, good shot there by Cam. It's about game number 9, and we're 1-7, and he just says, "Hey, listen, you're not sophomores and juniors anymore. You're varsity basketball players."
Sabini with a nice finish after a deep 3 by senior Thompson. Yeah, absolutely. Once again, to the high school ranks, there's 3 levels. And doesn't matter the age if it's what you got to play. And as you mentioned, when you're sophomores and juniors and you're playing at the varsity level, you're gonna match up against seniors. And like Coach Benoit said, varsity basketball is varsity basketball. You're a varsity basketball player now. And like you mentioned, for this Altoona squad, some players probably put into positions they haven't been in before. A lot of depth lost last season. In for the Hawks over the course of the last couple of minutes, 32, Sean Van Someren. He's a junior, high-flying junior for BW. 4th leading scorer this season for the Hawks.
Yeah, he was a leading scorer early in the year. Things have kind of settled now where more guys are taking more shots. Really good from the baseline. Like you said, an explosive athlete.
Elbow 2 from Van Someren long. Hawks up 3. Approaching 7 minutes to play. Peterson draws Fritz. Peterson fadeaway 2, no good in the lane. He liked the way that one was looking, but in and out. And Coach Benoit sees that and says, Keegan, head back on in the game. So Opsy and Hush at the next dead ball will enter for the Hawks. Deep 3, Thompson, good. Nothing but net for Thompson on senior night. Nice looking shot, something that he's gone back to more as a senior. Tough is the word for that move.
Yeah, Marcin Salisbury is. I'm pretty sure he played football for the Rails. He's got some strength to him.
Tough for 3. Illegal screen on Van Someren. Cam Thompson's going to take a break. He with a game high 11 for the Hawks. And Mason Warner also going to get a drink and a rest. In for the Rails, Wheeler, a junior. Also in for the Rails right now, Ben Kinkle, a junior. Salisbury spin move. Get his own rebound. He'll go up. And one opportunity. So he's going to be able to bring the Rails within 2, maybe 1. That's 12 points in the first half for Salisbury.
Off the bench too. Came off the bench today. I'm not sure if that was if that's been his role or what was going on, but he's definitely made an impact here after coming into the game.
Wheeler get the rebound. Peterson all by himself, right wing, in and out. So the leading scorer for the Rails this season, not feeling it in the first half thus far. Salisbury picking up. Hawks will swing it to the right-hand side of the screen. Wheeler with the body as Fritz drives. Just about 4 minutes left in the first half in Hammond between Central and Prescott. 25-20, Central in the lead. Van Someren's going to take a break. Coonan back in, wide open under the basket. Fritz rather. Bang, bang, Hawks back up 4.
Salisbury going to do? He's going to want to get to the rack. Spins right to left. That's kind of been his move.
Quick spin move by Salisbury. Rails within 2 in large part due to the moves of number 3.
Precision Excavating Enterprise is a full-service excavating, grading, and trucking contractor located in Baldwin, offering all types of residential and commercial earth moving, septic systems, demolition, landscaping, driveways, and building sites. Our trucking division offers dump truck, grain hopper, and flatbed hauling services, sand, gravel, fill delivery, serving the Baldwin and surrounding western Wisconsin areas. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 for free estimates. Contact Don Timmerman of Timmerman Realty for all your realty needs. You can reach him by phone at 715-684-9541 or by email at dontimmerman@baldwin-telecom.net. And last thing to say in this commercial break, want to wish a happy birthday and shout out to Doug Van Zomeren, grandfather of Sean Van Zomeren. He's going to watch us on replay tomorrow and be surprised. He can guess who set this one up. So happy birthday, Doug.
Hawks back in action. Back screen's going to give Locker a look for two. No good. Salisbury with the rebound. Under 5 to play in this first half. Offsy now drawing Salisbury. Top of the key 3 off.
Yeah, with Cam having 2 fouls and Salisbury playing as well as he's playing, Keegan's gonna go to him, and I'm not sure if we had Colin Garden, Peterson, or what we're gonna do there, but that would be the matchup that I would guess Altoona will try to go back to. Getting Eli the ball on the block against Wheeler, I think should be our MO.
Hawks continue to work it around, being methodical in offense as they can be. Working for the best shot. Lucky not to have that one taken away. Results in a Locker open right wing 3. And I don't know the perimeter percentage exactly, but Hawks filling it up from that right wing particular. 5-point lead.
That's our 4th make. I believe Cam missed one, and I believe Mason missed one. Not sure if there was others.
Tip by Sam Hush is going to lead to a Locker steal. Left-handed finish, and one opportunity for the senior Caleb Locker. And ones here at Blackhawk TV, brought to you once again by Nick Pack at Packman's Concrete. You can reach Nick Pack at 612-804-5222 for all your concrete needs, or at packmansconcrete@gmail.com. So the advantage at 7 for BW, 3:22 to play. Locker looking to make it 8. And he will. 31-23.
You mentioned that Caleb got that ball off a tip pass by Sam Hush. Sam's hands in passing lanes have made a big deal this year. That's not something that shows up in any box score or on Wiz Sports, but
you're absolutely right. Salisbury just gets rid of it.
Nobody's seen. Keegan's going to see the spin move potentially, and Keegan knows a thing or two about spin moves.
Yep.
He's going to get a 5 call. He just did.
5 seconds closely guarded by Offsy. One of the best defenders I've had the privilege to watch. I would strongly argue the best in the conference. Hackbarth at Central might have an argument, but the range of positions that Keegan can guard is pretty unique, and he's done it at a high level throughout his career.
Yeah, I mean, as a freshman, we said, hey, here's Parker Nielsen. What he's really learned to do well is figure out how much gas is in the tank and figure out how to use it as long as possible. And as a youngster, it was foot to the floor until the gas tank ran out. I think thinking back on his freshman and sophomore year, what he would have done on Salisbury there would have been try to get him to pick up his dribble.
Right.
Try to get into his body more and not just rely on his quickness to be able to beat him to a spot, but to try to use his strength to try to get him to not be able to get where he wants. And
Kuden makes 1 of 2. 9 is the advantage now for the Hawks. 32-23. Under 2 to play in the first half. Peterson kicks to Wheeler. Corner 3, good for the junior.
Salisbury just picked up his second on the foul in the backcourt. And we're looking at a really small Altoona lineup right now. I'm just not sure. This might be their starting lineup again, but
Van Someren in the lane for 3. Anticipating that call there, as he was well positioned in the middle of the lane, unable to get a foot out, and Hawks still up 6, 122 and counting. Sophomore Camistrell finds himself in a predicament, gets rid of it to Schmid. Camistrell, corner 3, no good. Rebound Locker. Van Someren out to Locker, wide open 3, top of the key. Just off. Koonin with a push. Have to see a replay to know. Definitely the longer athlete may have pushed a little bit with the body in an effort to get the rebound. 34, Kinkle, junior from Altoona, working hard, and he'll go to the free throw line. At the half, 25 apiece in St. Croix Central. Panthers and Cardinals tied at 25 at halftime.
Show me the last time Prescott scored 25 in the first half.
Right. This one, about 40 seconds away from halftime. Hawks up 6. Kinkle call for the foul, and Koonin will now shoot.
I think there was some confusion down in front about which 34 that foul was on.
No good on the front end. So with 30 seconds left, Altoona looking to put a dent in the Hawks lead. Peterson to the rack, no good. No good again. Rejected by Van Someren. Good on-ball defense by Offsey. 6 seconds left.
Smart to get Eli out here. He's got 2 fouls. You don't want to pick up a cheap third right before half.
Convincing student section countdown there.
They're about 10 seconds ahead, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it might be hard to believe when you look up and there's 16 seconds and then all of a sudden you hear the 3-2-1. All right, we're going to get a Heinrichs drawn up play here with a timeout. Gives me an opportunity to tell you about St. Croix Garage Doors, providing Western Wisconsin with top quality garage door sales, service, and installation. Proudly serving Baldwin, Woodville, Hudson, Richmond, River Falls, Stillwater, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Give Brian a call today at 715-781-8989 for a quote, install, or service. Whether you're an experienced bowler or just want to hang out with your family and friends, come to Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar. We've been a staple of the community for over 40 years. Our lanes were recently upgraded and remodeled, giving our bowling alley a great modern look. In addition to our popular bowling lanes, we have a sports bar fully remodeled and separate from lanes and party area. And if you're lucky, you might just see Jordan Lehman there tonight.
Yeah.
Is that happen or no?
Who knows? Not sure.
Ask for his autograph.
5-second call on the inbounds, and the Hawks are going to get another shot at it.
That's not how you draw it up. Caleb's done this before.
Yep.
6 seconds is plenty of time. You can get.
Right wing three, deep three, no good. And at the half, 32-26, 6-point advantage for BW. Thanks for joining us once again. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Hey, welcome back for half number 2. Just want to shout out all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV before this half starts. Firehelm Langer, Timmerman Realty, St. Croix Garage Doors, Wisconsin Credit Union, CW Garage Door Distribution, Nielsen's Foods, Strikers Lanes and Sports Bar, Flagship Ford, A-Star Concrete Pumping, Precision Excavating Enterprises, Precision Truck Service, American Family Insurance, Justin Nygaard Agency, Schaefer Financial Services, Blackhawk Garage Door, Anytime Fitness, The Forge Chiropractic, Pete's Construction, Baldwin Lightstream, Auto Appeal, O'Connell Funeral Homes, Fenner and Jewelers, First Bank of Baldwin, Charlotte Heimer with Aflac Insurance, Christo Orthodontics, TMS Auto, and Village Pharmacy. Thank you to all of our sponsors at Blackhawk TV. To learn more about any of those sponsors, you can visit our website, blackhawk-tv.com, and there are links to all of their websites. There's also, if you're inclined at all to, a donation page for Blackhawk TV, as we're just independently owned and operated and doing this kind of for the fun of it, because it is, and we enjoy talking about sports. So thanks for being here this year. This will be the last regular season game that we broadcast. We'll be back next Friday for a girls regional semi, and then hopefully more and more playoff games after that. So thanks again for joining us, and we are going to get back to action here in the second half.
Alrighty, here we go. 18 more minutes between the Rails and the Hawks. For those interested in Hammond, St. Croix Central quickly down 6 in the second half, 27-33. Prescott jumps out to a 6-point lead. Peterson gets going to the basket, unable to finish. Hawks are going to run the other way. Fritz with a spin move. Reach called on 12 for the Rails. That's junior CJ Varsho. Starting lineup for the second half changed up from the original starters. Werner and Fritz in for the Hawks. For the Rails, Salisbury into their starting lineup. 2 on the inbounds for Offsy. Peterson, corner 3.
Yeah, this is Evan Peterson just not feeling it tonight. He got a 3 to get going early. Found himself alone into the basket, made a layup, gave him 5, and he has missed probably his last 8 field goal attempts or more. Altoona stayed in this game on the play of that man, Marcin Salisbury.
First half of 14 points for the senior. Unique team, unique roster where 2 players for Altoona, I think easily 2 of the better ones in the conference. Salisbury and Peterson both show a lot of things that not a lot of high school players have, but for one reason or another, a tougher season for the Rails. Fritz on a shot attempt fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. He'll make the first.
And then talking about that balance that we have, obviously Cam shot really well to start the game. He's got 11. But Caleb with 6. Colin with 5. Now 6. Eli with 7. Just a number of different Hawks. Keegan with 4. Number of different Hawks getting in the scoring column tonight.
10-point advantage now for the Hawks. Wheeler all by himself under the basket on the feed from Salisbury. 36-28 now.
He was almost open. It's those that you get kind of nervous about missing.
Yeah. They'll double Coonan.
When he gets that double, the ball's got to come out right away, and then the rotation. That's a good play.
Using his strength, he's going to go to his left once again.
What you got to do is you got to pass it to where the double's coming from, and then rotate the ball when there's a closeout, because likely someone's going to help, and then you're forcing the guy that's doubled to scramble and close out on someone that wasn't his, and that's when you can attack the straight line closeout. Good take by Salisbury.
Unable to finish. Coonan's there. 2 Hawks hit the rack. Werner and Offsy. Werner helps Offsy up during live action. Haven't seen that.
That's what quarterbacks do.
Thompson, tough shot from about 8 feet. Hawks up 12. And for those watching, it's easy to tell. So Fritz, as a sophomore, doing just as good of a job on Peterson as senior Opsy did. So Fritz, one of those defenders that might not get a ton of pub, and definitely maybe isn't as excited on the court as Opsy, but
Right.
very, very, very good defender. Has a knack for it.
And I think there's been some teacher-student going on with Keegan and Colin in the last 2 years.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I talked to Keegan about that too, and I said, just remember where you were as a freshman. And he's like, Colin's so much better than I was. You know, just the knack of things. But it's easy to get frustrated when the game seems so much faster.
Right.
All right, I'm going to hit you with a couple ads here. Precision Truck Service is a full-service heavy truck and trailer repair shop located in Baldwin and offering all types of general repair for heavy truck and trailer, diesel, mobile service, alignments, computer diagnostics, welding and fabrication, and sandblasting. As a Michelin heavy truck tire dealer, we offer best in pricing on Michelin, BFG, and Uniroyal tire brands, balancing, and installation. Give us a call at 715-760-0768 or stop in. We're located conveniently on the north side of Baldwin under the water tower. Even though we don't know what life has in store for our homes or cars, we can still prepare. Introducing the damage doesn't have to be too damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. For details, contact Agent Justin Nygaard. Call 715-684-2919 or stop by 775 Main Street in Baldwin today. Nielsen's Foods has been serving communities since 1903. We offer full-service caribou coffee, bakery, deli, and meat departments. We pride ourselves with our award-winning Nielsen's Market meats and our friendly staff. Nielsen's vision is to build a strong family of customers and employees by delivering superior service to our customers, offering employee growth opportunities, reinvesting in our stores, and serving our communities. I will backtrack on that. I don't know that Keegan said he's so much better than me as a freshman, but there was just conversation of some of the things that he did during his freshman season, and Keegan saw that there was a lot of potential in the kid and had to be a leader, you know.
Absolutely. Rails hanging in it. Tough defense there from Salisbury once again, doing his best to keep his teammates in it. Coach Benoit upset with the lack of a bounce pass on that entry. Fritz, tough move to the rack. Who's there? Kunin, no good on the putback. Good rebound by Wheeler. Prescott's cooled off just over 6 minutes into the second half over there. Central 32, Prescott 34. So that one sounds like it's going to go right down to it.
What's the time left over there?
11:37.
So 2.5 minutes in front of us. Close games typically slow down a little bit.
Hawks looked as if they were going to separate there. The advantage of the 12. Still with the opportunity to make this one comfortable. Cam Thompson going to try to do that top of the key three. A rare miss for the senior. Van Someren will put back, no good. He'll go over the top to try to get it back. He won't. Number 12, Varsho, will come down with it. Salisbury up the court.
So the fall season in the gym volleyball, actually, we win, and we kind of announce through the microphone, I don't, but my wife does, as Central's losing to Osceola. And so a lot of the stands just stood out on the floor and waited to hear that's made them co-conference champs. Could be something similar tonight. Obviously there is a game left on Thursday, and you don't want to put the cart in front of the horse, but good move.
Kunin through contact.
Double
10
figures.
points the advantage. A flight of coaches on the BW sideline upset with no call. Kunin, no complaints from the big man, which is the most impressive part for me. He just goes to work. Peterson didn't like what he saw, gets rid of it, and now Salisbury will go to work. Good hands by the big man. He's going to go coast to coast. little too high on that dribble. Not a position he finds himself in a lot.
No.
So
No.
can't blame him.
I mean, you get excited. Sometimes the ball doesn't go where you want it to when you're that excited. Now, as the dribbling speeds up, so should the chanting. I feel like our student section failed on that one a little bit.
Cam Thompson with a quick crossover. Quick entry to Van Someren, top of the key. Locker rather, no good. I had some feedback. I made comments yesterday on the student section having areas to improve, and I was promised that they would by freshman Tayden Holdorf. And I think they've done okay. We're going to timeout.
It's one of the bigger student sections I've seen all year. All right, here we go. The philosophy of Wisconsin Credit Union is people helping people, a priority that empowers Wisconsin members and employees to become involved in a variety of worthwhile causes, including Children's Miracle Network campaigns, community food drives, and more. Kindness counts. Pass along your own random act of kindness today. CW Garage Doors, your go-to source for the wholesale distribution of high-quality residential and commercial garage doors and their related parts and options. For over 15 years, we have provided exceptional customer service through our personal hands-on approach. Our flexible schedule ensures we will work with you to provide a quick turnaround and prompt delivery. For more information on CW Garage Door Distribution, please contact us at 877-684-5125. Firehelm Langer is a CPA firm with offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo. At Firehelm Langer, our clients are a top priority. We offer the skills and expertise of a large CPA firm combined with the personal attention and responsiveness of a smaller firm. When you partner with us, we take the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and build a lasting professional relationship. We invite you to turn to us at Firehelm Langer for bookkeeping services, payroll services, financial projections, tax preparation, tax planning, and all of your accounting and tax needs.
$10 points is the advantage for the Hawks. We are at about 11:29 to play in this second half. Van Someren steps on the line.
That's the fourth timeout of the night and the second time that the timeouts led directly to a turnover. Not a great success rate.
Not the way you want it to go. Peterson short on 3-point attempts.
He's got to try to get to the rack. Get to the rack, get to the free throw line, try to get your rhythm back without taking three-pointers.
Kunin using his strength under the basket. He's going to go to the free throw line.
It's Wheeler's fourth foul. He is the biggest option for Altoona.
Same much in the game for the senior Caleb Blocker. And on the second for Kunin. So the cushion 10 for the Hawks. Rails sticking around, yep. A little too much footwork on the shimmy by Camistral.
He's going to be a good player.
He is.
Just 3 tonight, but
yeah, he shows kind of a confidence. You can tell he wants the ball, and he's going to have it in his hands for years to come. Thompson, right wing, need it. Got it.
He's now matched Salisbury with game high 16.
Kunin comes down with it. Hawks up 13, looking to make it more. Cam Thompson will pull up. No good. Van Someren, nice rebound. He skies for that board. He's going to go to the free throw line, looking to pad the lead. 9:20 to play in Hammond, 38-39. Prescott up 1.
If you need examples of how springy Sean is, he got that rebound and like lost his balance and his knees bent. And he dropped down to be about 5 feet tall, and still jumped up to the basket before anybody else. Like, that's just
Warwick Wire stuff.
Yeah, easy lift.
Cam Thompson left wing. Good.
That's big.
And he'll flex at the student section.
His 5th 3 of the night. That's
so awesome for him on senior night.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Salisbury does his best to quiet the crowd, but this one, as we're getting closer and closer to halfway through this second half, this one getting closer to that 20-point margin, which deflating to say the least, especially on the road. Hawks want to finish strong though. Methodical possession here. Spin move by Offsey. Held ball is going to be called as Peterson was able to get his paw on it. Possession arrow to the Hawks.
Well, I'm calling whatever play sets Cameron up for a 3.
Offsey takes it on the noggin. He's going to go to the free throw line. So we're assistant coach Buchholz and official Weisenbeck teammates. At one point, it was Weisenbeck a couple too many grades away.
I don't know that Buchholz played varsity when Nick played varsity. They would have been in high school together, but not. Man, I could be wrong.
So 17 points the advantage now, and 7 points the advantage in Hammond as Prescott hits a couple shots. 45-38, Cardinals up.
Ooh.
Salisbury unable to finish. He'll prevent Werner from getting it.
Yeah, Salisbury's got some tricks in his bag.
Medina Ortiz type stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
He'll pull up short on the layup attempt. He'll get a rebound eventually, and it'll be taken away though by Fritz.
And I watched Marston play a few games last year, and this wasn't him. Like, he's improved a lot. But I almost wonder if he picked up a basketball later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Ortiz, from his sophomore to his junior to his senior, it was just this steep trajectory of improvement.
And Marston would have competed against Ortiz last season.
Yep, and it was advantage Ortiz.
Yeah. Yeah, Medina Ortiz, Melvin, first name, rarely was outmatched at the 1 in the middle border last season. Hawks working the clock here a little bit.
Dude, you hit 28 and 12 last week. You shoot the ball. He ain't coming out, man. He ain't coming out if you shoot it.
Hawks burning some serious tick on this possession. Looking for a post up. 2 posts in the same spot there. Quick kick from Kunin.
Why wouldn't you take it, Mace?
Senior Hush hits the backboard on that attempt. Peterson, nice finish for the senior.
And that's what he might need to get going. Coach Benoit not happy that Mason didn't shoot the 3.
He knows the potent scorer Mason can be. Prescott up 9, 48-39. That one's getting down there. 6 minutes to go.
Eli got a little bit too physical. I think, at this point when he's being guarded by someone that's not quite as small as half his size, but probably half his strength, when you arm fight a little bit, when Eli extends just a little and the guy moves a lot, you get whistles.
It's a smooth looking shot from 11, Lewis. He's a junior. He's got some length and some skill that will return to the Railroaders program next season.
Yep, he'll be an okay player.
At one point down 17, Railroaders only down 12 now. Still playing hard under Coach Henricks. Coonan says make it 14. He's having a good night.
I got him down for 13. Good move. Good
Tough
play
finish by Lewis.
The entry pass was kind of over his outside shoulder, and oh, Sam.
Tell you what, Salisbury's got a motor that does not turn off.
Yep. That was a really good pass by Colin, but I will tell you, if that doesn't get to its intended destination, he's definitely coming out of the game.
Hawks up 14-5, 55 to play. We are 20 seconds off of the pace in Hammond after it was not that close.
What's the margin there?
9 points, 5:30 to play. So for context, BW to have a chance, the best chance to share the title would need Prescott to lose tonight to put them at 2 losses in conference, same as BW. Prescott closes out the year at home against Amory. That will be a victory for Prescott. BW does go on the road to Osceola for a tough one. Tough place to play is Osceola. Osceola in 4th place at the moment in the middle border. But BW fans hoping for Central and cheering for Central, which is rare tonight, but Prescott taking care of business in the second half.
Yeah, what's going to always be the unknown is if one of those teams wins and the other team, what's going to happen with the bracket release versus what would the alternative be? And ultimately the conference championship, a share of that would be something you can't take away from these kids. But when you're as good as this group is, an easier game potentially in the playoffs that could help you get to the sectional final is one that I would maybe trade off. I don't know if I'm more proud of the conference championship my senior year or the sectional appearance, because we have more conference titles than sectional appearances. You know what I mean? So I guess it's kind of it's 6 of one, a half dozen of the other. That's a good move.
Nice move there by the senior. Hawks up 14.
Oh. It touched a lot of hands before getting to the to Peterson's hands for a layup. All right, A-Star Concrete Pumping is proud to be family owned and operated in Wisconsin. We pride ourselves on maintaining a high-quality, unique fleet and very knowledgeable staff to complete all projects. From smaller residential projects to large-scale commercial enterprises, A-Star Concrete Pumping has the equipment, staff, and experience to handle all of your concrete needs. You can contact them at 715-246-3920. Flagship Ford is your source for new and used Ford cars, trucks, SUV, parts, service, and more in the Baldwin area. Our goal is to provide the best possible service to our customers and make sure your car buying experience is second to none. We're conveniently located at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin, Wisconsin. What do you got over there?
4:30 to play. St. Croix Central 40, Prescott 48. Touchdown pass to Locker. He'll finish among the trees. Advantage back to 14 for the Hawks. And with 4 minutes left in Hammond, 10 points the advantage now, 50-40, Prescott in the lead.
Cam's got 3 fouls. I think the one thing that will solidify, in my opinion, is Prescott as the #1 seed. After that, I think it's anyone's guess as far as how 2, 3, and 4 go. I think we certainly have an argument to be the #2 seed, being the second best team in that region, in the conference, and the superior conference in the region. But it's going to be hard for the computers to not like Northwestern, who's went undefeated in conference and has 1 less loss in the season.
Good feed, and Kunin will finish. He's going to have an opportunity for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Those are brought to you here by Packman's Concrete at 612-804-5222. You can reach Nick Pack for all your concrete needs, or at packmansconcrete@gmail.com.
Ultimately, the 1 seed versus the 2 seed matters a lot less than the 2 seed versus the 3 seed.
Offsee up for 2 more.
He's down double figures.
And the reason the 2 and 3, if they hold seed, inevitably will meet versus the 1 and 4, if they were to hold seed, would meet.
Right, so the 1 seed is going to host a regional final. The 2 seed would host a regional final.
Correct.
The 3 seed would go on the road. So that's the biggest difference. And then in the case of our region with 12 teams, the difference between a 4 seed and a 5 seed is the bye next 2 Tuesdays.
And I would argue, well, I would suppose, not really argue, that if Prescott's the 1, they would much rather match up eventually with a 4-seeded Northwestern than a 4-seeded BW.
Yeah, I mean, but I think Central is, with a loss, I think Central's probably more in that
I
conversation.
think middle border teams are more than happy to play non-middle border
Correct.
teams as we go forward.
Correct.
And as fans of high school basketball, maybe that are more intentional with paying attention to Division III around the state, the conversation will eventually lead to who can knock off the #1 ranked West Salem Panthers. They are a 1-loss team at the moment. Their 1 loss coming to #4 ranked Eau Claire Memorial, Division I school. And they average right around 80 a game. A team that you coached against a handful of years ago.
Yeah, they were good. They were young and they were good.
They are now older, not necessarily old, but they are older and they are better.
Yeah, they're a special group. But, you know, the defense that we see in this gym night in, night out.
Absolutely.
The defense that Central sees in their gym night in, night out. You know, obviously Prescott's capable of playing in that type of game because they've been forced to. But Prescott playing, you know, Northwestern and or West Salem, their styles are more similar.
Correct.
And we've had success against Prescott, you know, slowing them down, and you know, you would ultimately try to do that against a Northwestern if you get them, or West Salem. And in the playoffs, it's harder to play up tempo. It is. So I think that bodes well. It bodes well both for the Blackhawks and for the Panthers. He's out here. But it's also hard to argue with the success that Prescott's had in playing their style and making a lot of perimeter shots.
The curious thing about a potential eventual matchup between the Hawks and West Salem would be who exactly Keegan would guard if they were to employ a man defense. Because West Salem, with the ability to score at a high level in up to 7 different positions from 7 different individuals. That's a situation where they have 3 or 4 guys that average over 10 points a game, which is almost unheard of in smaller division high school basketball. So it'd be interesting. BW's got a lot of work to do to get there. They're going to have like you mentioned, a semi here, regional semi, and then we'll see about where the regional final would be played if they were to hold seed. Right now, they're up 14. And
what did you say for a score?
It's 50-40. It's been 50-40 for a while. Very low scoring second half. 25 points for Prescott in the second half. Only 15 for St. Croix Central in the second half. Which would give, so congratulations to Prescott if they're able to hold on. That would guarantee them at least a share of the conference title as we see that game come to a close. So Nick Johnson will have to maybe get on the phone with maintenance to get another trophy case under construction for the Fayette office.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that Nick doesn't really care about that.
Well, the next 5 units of Fayette following the basketball season will turn to softball.
Yep. Whoa, get a picture of Mr. Sell with the basketball. 2 basketballs. He can't dribble them, so. But on the plus side, he didn't turn them over, so that's
true.
Go across court. Yep.
Good finish there by Van Solman. So this one gonna go the Hawks' way. Transition, or quick 3 rather, by Lewis. No good. Peterson all by himself, top of the key. Good.
Yeah, he obviously missed a lot of shots when this game was close and didn't have his best night. He's up to 16. And as you can see, he's a volume guy. It's the right call.
13-point lead for the Hawks. 1:05 to go. Thank you for joining us for all of the regular season Hawks matchups this season, both boys and girls. I'm sure those listening are excited as we are for postseason play, as we are a handful of weeks away from March Madness, and high school basketball kicks that off just about as good as any other sport. And the playoffs will be a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of matchups that we've already talked about that we're excited to see. And this being a Baldwin-Woodville team that has as good of a chance to make a run as any in the last couple decades. So it'll be a lot of fun to watch. The regional's wide open. The sectional, with the exception of West Salem, it's anybody. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We are closing in on the end of this one. 30 seconds and 9/10 to play. Free throw off to the left. Seniors Locker and Hush return. So the original starting lineup for tonight's game back in for the Hawks. And an homage to senior lineup. These 4 playing their last regular season matchup here, not their last game here.
One thing that I like when I see it on TV is like when coaches are able to set it up that seniors can come out, like stagger their exit.
Right.
Where you maybe call it 30 right now, and then you send your 5 back out, and then you slowly sub in. But we're just going to let them close on the floor. They're going to have more games here. Good for them. Great regular season. Darren Ofsty gets visual proof that it did in fact happen.
And with 1 game remaining, Hawks 18-4 now, 11-2 in conference. Altoona falls to 7-16, 4-9 in conference. Valiant effort from them. For all of you listening, thank you. From Jeremy Nygaard, Zach Ambrose, and myself, Jordan Lehman. We have had a lot of fun. We'll hope to see you for a playoff matchup for the girls next Friday. But until then, thanks for watching. Have a good night and have a safe weekend.